Shalom חברים, shalom, חג שמח, Hanukkah שמח. So, you know, this is one of the very basic questions. Is this a religious holiday? Let us check, but before that, maybe we want to go to see a tiny taste of the history. So we are talking, we need to go time 168 before Common Era to 164 before Common Era. Where do we want to go? We want to be in Israel. And not very far from Jerusalem, by the way. In the city called Modi'in. Now it's a huge city in Israel. And we have the Greeks taking over. They are in Israel. They are ruling. Antiochus is the ruler. And of course they are trying to establish their Hellenistic ideas all over. And also in Israel. And you know that it is not very welcome in Israel. At 168, the temple is being looted, destroyed, burned. This is not a complete destruction, but altogether it is in a bad shape. But the thing that really provoked the battles and the rebellions was happening at 167. Why? Because then Antiochus is ordering an altar to Zeus. I don't even want to tell you what was sacrificed there, but you can imagine. And this evoked a lot of strong reactions by the Jews, especially by Matityahu. He was a Kohen, and he and his children are rebelling, and in spite of the small number that they are and the people they gathered with, they win this battle. And this is a really significant battle. The thing here is that the battle does not stop at this stage, and another 2 years are going by, and Matityahu dies, and Yehuda, his son, Yehuda HaMaccabi, is taking over, and he also wins the Greek troops. And that is basically, after that, we are celebrating Hanukkah. Now let us continue. So here we want to check the root of Hanukkah. The root is Het Nun Kaf. I know it does not look familiar, but I tell you what. You know the holiday, you will see it many places else. Why? Because this means dedication. But also it has a reference to something new. So if you have a very young student, you can call him Hanich. Hanich. So dedication, consecration, what can you consecrate? You can consecrate everything. Altar, temple, town, even a house. Even today, if I have a new house, I am doing Hanukkat Bait. So this root is used for other purposes, not only for the holiday. So Hanukkat Bait. And of course, in our holiday, this is the consecration of the temple in 164 before Common Era, after all the mess, after all the balagan. Let us continue to this question, which everyone is always asking. Okay, so Sigal, is this a religious holiday or not? So let's check, is that in the Bible first? I'll read it and you tell me if you find it in the Bible. And then I'll give you the answer. So we are going to Nehemiah 12:27. ובחנוכת חומת ירושלים ביקשו את הלוויים לעשות חנוכה ושמחה ובתודות. So even without knowing Hebrew, you can find the word Hanukkah. Right? Let's see. We have it twice. One here in the construct state, and the other one here in the absolute state. Yes? So the first one, just to know, that's a construct because we have consecration of. So we do have the word Hanukkah in the Bible. But do we have the holiday in the Bible? Well, no. The holidays does not appear in the Bible. So if so, where can we find it? Before I give you the answer, let me show you this wonderful picture of the Western Wall, and you can also read the translation for the portion we have read. So let's look. We can find it in several other references. I have listed them here for you. You can read them later on. But the first one is Maccabees. That's the book of Maccabees. and he tells the story of Hanukkah, some references in the Mishnah, in the Talmud, even Josephus Flavius is giving us the details, and also Megillat Antiochus is giving us details about the holiday. So back to our question, is that a religious holiday? Well, it does not appear in the Bible. So is that a religious holiday or not? That's a tough question in Hebrew, as you can guess. Let's see why. Well, what is a religious holiday? This. And you know what? If you go places to look, you'll see various opinions. So it's a matter of definitions. What is a religious holiday at all? So depends on the definition. But we have several ideas or several definitions, terminologies for holidays at all. One is Yom Tov, which has biblical origin, and you're not allowed to work, like Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, etc. Another term is called Moed, which is another biblical origin, but in some days you are allowed to work, some days not. Another terminology is Hag, which is referring to those that do not have a biblical origin, like Hanukkah, Purim, and Yom Ha'atzmaut. Yes? So in those days you are going, or you should go to work. Not everyone is working, but work is allowed. So all of those are holidays. You understand what is religious or not, depending on the definition of what is religious. If you want to treat it as a reference from the Bible only, then you know what to do. If not, then you also know what to do. Okay? And I thought, to the last question, people are telling me, Sigal, I see so many types of Hanukkah in English. I see H-A, I see C-H. How to write it? My answer, write it in Hebrew. Why bother in English? In Hebrew there is only simple way to write it. So I'm going to take my pencil here. You can take your pencils with me. Let's start with the letter Het. Okay? So we're going to do it like that. Go down. And then like that. You can pause the video and you can do it with me. Now we're going to the letter Nun. And now we're going to the letter Vav. Don't worry about the vowel pointing. And then you can add the Kaf and the Hey. Is that sweet or not? Now let me write it to you in cursive in case you also want. So Het, Nun, Vav, Kaf, and Hey. That is so cute, huh? And as always, כמו תמיד, אני מחכה לכם. No, don't go yet. If you want to celebrate with us Hanukkah, look at our other video. Okay, so wait for you in my other video. You'll see my daughter and me blessing over the candles. אז חנוכה שמח, להתראות.